What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for TheLines.com. Gonna talk a little Monday Night Football here between the Patriots and the Cardinals. Back in the saddle. Do appreciate everybody who filled in for me. I produced a little show called the World MMA Awards. We had that award show last week, so was out busy doing that. But really do appreciate everyone who stepped in, filling in for me. But hey, back here trying to win some money on Monday Night Football, guys. As we know, everything we do here at The Lines absolutely free, so please go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up and then let us know in the comment section what you are going to do with this Cardinals and Patriots game. As you see right here, Patriots are a short road favorite, anywhere from 1.5 to 2 points right now over this Cardinals squad. Pretty low total of 43.5. What are we getting in this one? Well, we are getting a New England team that has really struggled on offense. We are getting an Arizona team that has really struggled on defense. And so when we take a look here, where does the advantage lie? Does it lie in the fact that the Cardinals, get coming out of a bye? Did they figure anything out on the offensive side of the ball? Did they figure anything out on the defensive side of the ball? Bill Belichick, of course, we know what's going on kind of there, right? I mean, we saw Mac Jones get super frustrated with the play calling from Matt Patricia last time out, and, kind of who can blame him type situation if we want to do that. Injuries are not going to be a concern in this one, really. Damian Harris not going to play for the Patriots, neither is Jacoby Myers, but outside of that, that's really all we're worried about in this one. So this is the offense versus the defense here. Patriots offense versus the Cardinals defense. And the Patriots offense really hasn't been able to do anything consistently well all season long. But fortunately, whenever you are facing a Cardinals defense that has done absolutely nothing consistently well all year, except one thing, and could that be the one thing that makes the difference in this, which is getting pressure on the quarterback. They blitz at one of the highest rates in the NFL, and they get pressure on the quarterback at one of the highest rates in the NFL. Now, it hasn't always led to tons of success for this defense, obviously, if you've been watching, but we do get the third highest blitz rate in the NFL and the fifth highest pressure rate on the opposing quarterback in the NFL. The Cardinals offense versus the Patriots defense. What we do know is the Patriots defense has been very good all year long. If you look advanced metrics, pretty much inside the top 10 in just about everything out there for this Patriots defense. But they have been susceptible to decent teams, decent offenses, and they have certainly been susceptible to mobile quarterbacks. And for whatever reason, not a lot of speed really at the linebacker position for them. So has kind of put them in a position where some of these mobile quarterbacks have been able to take advantage of that and pick up some yardage on the ground for them. But if you look really outside of that, Patriots defense been really good, specifically on early downs. Their early down defense is second overall in the NFL, which is putting these teams in second and third and longs. So something you really do like to see from this defense here. This is kind of how everything matches up just from a numbers perspective over here. So here is, I'll scroll down here. So if you want to read along, you can kind of see what the thoughts are here generally on this game. Generally, for me, don't love the side or the total all that much. I mean, listen, if you had to make me play, very tough for me to lay points on the road with Mac Jones in this offense for New England, but I'm not really running to the window to take the points with Arizona. You're probably just playing the money line anyway if you're playing Arizona. If I had to be forced to put a bet in, I would be looking to play the money line there on Arizona, but it's tough to really bet on either one of these teams. Certainly tough to bet on a Cliff Kingsbury coach team with the Cardinals, and pretty tough to bet on this offense for the Patriots on the road as favorites, right? Like, you don't really like that much either. I know people have asked about, should you open up a teaser leg with the Cardinals and roll it just into next week, into week 15? That's not out of the realm of possibility, right? I mean, we are sitting in that very teaserable, take the Cardinals to 8 in a game with a 43.5 total. That is, in pretty prime territory for any sort of teaser leg or something like that. I do not think that is a bad way to attack this. If you found something that you liked in week 15 that you wanted to roll into a Cardinals teaser leg, that is certainly a way you could go about that if you wanted to get some action in this in the non-traditional way. But like I said, don't really love either one of these things here. That said, if I had to play this thing, I would probably just play a money line bet on the Cardinals and and move on from there. This will be, the first time that Kyler Murray has had extended time to work with both DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown in the lineup at the same time. And so with that can take us over to some prop stuff here. Like I mentioned, Kyler Murray is not from a passing standpoint for me, but if we come down to just the rushing yards, for whatever reason, I don't know, but the Patriots have really struggled with mobile quarterbacks. And so I'm going to play a small one on Kyler Murray on the over on his rush yards, seeing if that trend continues. A couple of different mobile quarterbacks have gone for 70+ against this Patriots team already this year. If you find there's a couple of different ways too for this to get home for Kyler, not only just designed runs and scrambles and things, but look, the other thing is if they do get down in this game, if they find themselves trailing, you know how this goes, right? If you have to drop back to pass every single time, the defense knows you're dropping back to pass every single time. So they're able to really come after you. For mobile guys, that does create lanes for them to take off sometimes. And so Kyler Murray on the over rushing yards there. The other one not posted yet, but I do just want to give you kind of an idea here. I'm going to be looking at Marquise Brown reception props whenever those get posted. Hollywood Brown, those aren't posted currently, but if it could give us an idea if we just look at DeAndre Hopkins and where he sits right now from a reception standpoint. See, he's sitting at 6.5. And honestly, the plus money at over at 6.5 is interesting for him. DeAndre Hopkins with a target total since he's been back in 4 of the 6 games that he's been back of 14, 13, 14, and 12. Now, the other ones were weird, sitting at 5 and 6 targets, but has hit at least a dozen targets in 4 of the 6 games that he's been back. But Marquise Brown right out of the gate, getting back to what I was talking about a second ago, is Marquise Brown right out of the gate in his first game back. He got 8 targets right out of the gate. So again, our prop finder tool is awesome over here. So you just, can take a look at anything. So anyway, come in a little bit later in the day on Monday, take a look and see what they put this at. I'm guessing if DeAndre Hopkins is at 6.5, Marquise Brown's might be at 4.5. Probably plus money or something like that. And if that's the case, I'm going to be planning over on that because here's the deal. DeAndre Hopkins is likely to get all of the attention from Bill Belichick. It seems cliche, but it really does seem to play out over and over and over again with Belichick, where he likes to just take the guy that he thinks, is the best player on the team and try to work him out of the offense. I mean, it's just, he's just done it for years and years. And so I imagine that to be the case here, creating more opportunity for Marquise Brown. And again, first game out of the gate, he got off the injury report, gets 8 targets last week, gets a bye, now gets to come back this week. I think that we could see him, approach that double-digit target range. And if that's the case, we'll look for receptions over. Like I said, if it's 3.5 over all day long, 4.5 over, something like that as well. So that's kind of how we're going to be looking to play this one if we want to get involved. And then lastly, of course, if we want to, with a little same game parlay type deal, I think the most likely would just be kind of going along with what I was saying. If the Cardinals are going to, if I'm playing the Cardinals, I'll just play one that kind of tells the story of the Cardinals having a decent day, right? Which would be the Cardinals winning. So Cardinals on the money line. Kyler gets 30 plus on the ground. And I just said something about, something about Hollywood Brown, which they don't have listed quite yet. So I would be looking for Hollywood Brown props, but just to kind of give us an idea of what it's going to pay out. We'll come up to DeAndre Hopkins and just say, let's say something equivalent here for Hollywood Brown would be more in the probably 39 or 49, something like that. And so we're going to get nearly 4-1. So that's kind of what the Cardinals' path to victory type deal for a same game parlay. So that's how I'll be looking to play. But again, more on the Marquise Brown one, and those will be added at some point during the day on Monday. Guys, again, everything we do, this article all by Evan is absolutely free over here. You can get his thoughts on how this game is going to play out. And again, everything we do, absolutely free. Come join the Discord up here, upper right-hand corner at TheLines as well. Good luck on all your bets here on Monday night.